And welcome to another video. This is a video for the Nvidia engineers so they can see at least some feedback and testing that I've been doing with Hogwarts Legacy. Note that not related to Nvidia, but Intel, or at least this game for Intel CPUs. With the 13900K that I have on one computer and the 14900K that I have on the other computer, this game crashes with an out of memory issue that visually speaking, it looks like it's blaming Nvidia with it, but actually, the more that I lower the maximum frequency for the CPU, the less likely that the issue happens. That's what I've been able to find out over the past 3 days testing. Like I've tested driver issues. So my apologies to Nvidia engineers because at least for a couple of days I thought it was a driver or something wrong with the Nvidia card or something, but it's actually the frequency of the CPU and the game that's not really optimized for high CPU power Superman thingy. So the 13900K for Intel and the 14900K for Intel are like super kryptonite for this game. So it crashes with an out of memory like little warning there. I do have a little script that I made myself. If anybody needs it, I gotta put it like in GitHub or something. That I use to downclock through Linux the maximum frequency, the minimum and the maximum, but the minimum in this case. So I had to put it like in 5.2 right now, so you won't see that the CPU goes above that. There, like that's 5200 is the maximum that it will get to. Okay, so this video is to showcase the performance, FPS, and the GPU usage around the Hogwarts, university, school, whatever you want to call it. This thing looks like a university. So in the beginning, we're gonna be testing without any upscaling. There's no DLSS, there's no frame generation, and also there's no ray tracing. My theory of what I've been able to test, and I don't know the reason why, if I enable ray tracing, for some reason the GPU usage get the maximum that it gets to be used is 50% instead of 100%. And this one is the actual one that's, I don't know, it's like setting the maximum frequency for the GPU to something less. We'll be able to see in a minute. And so while we're recording, watch the percent for the GPU usage, the megahertz for the GPU usage, and probably the watt that's being used there. Actually, you can see it's sucking my bank account with that much energy. So, okay, without further ado, let's just do a round around the school. Just gonna refresh the FPS. There we go. Let's start. So again, no upscaling, 4K, it's a 5090, so on and so forth. It's on ray tracing, there's no nothing, and this is what we're getting. I'm gonna be doing this route without looking to the sites and stuff like that because if I look, then the FPS will change. Here's some kites. I guess those kits will go away if it's scripted or something. I could go down there. We'll just go over here. Hey everybody. So around this area we're getting something around 80, 85. Look at that beautiful water. I don't know why the game didn't add like monsters in the water. Not the toads, but a sea monster. Anyway, you can see the average, which is more or less 99. And there we go. Okay, so we got a 98, 99 average. Let's go here and let's change only change this one. I'm not editing anything else. And we're gonna do, what am I doing? The upscaling here. DLSS, we're gonna put it in quality. And that's all I'm doing. I'm not enabling frame generation. So before we were able to see the frequency was correct for the usage, the GPU usage percent was also correct. Let's reset that and let's start. We're getting close to 100 usage, which is what we would be expecting. I felt a hiccup there, but I'm guessing I don't know, it's a game or something. The kites are gone. We can immediately see that we went from that 98, 99 to what? 25 FPS more, 30 FPS more. Let's go down here. Okay. Yay. Okay. So we had 124. So it's, yeah, it's like 24, 25 FPS more with DLSS in quality. That's it. I'm going to enable frame generation. So in theory, that should give me exactly that, 2 times more. So if we had 125, I should be getting 250 around that. So I'm just going to reset this again, and let's start. Plus or minus, 5% or something. So DLSS is working correctly. The usage of the CPU is correct. The megahertz is stable. Okay. We might not be getting 250, but we are getting a very huge boost. So I'm happy with that. Okay. It doesn't have to be like perfect. Because it's a 5090, I'll just quickly test this. And you can see the jump. We're getting 280 now. And basically, for my eyes, at least I can see that the graphics are the same. Literally the same. The quality, I mean. And if we go to... This is just crazy. If we go to 4... I never tested 4. Well, I thought oh my god. We're getting just a crazy amount. That's just crazy. Smoking something. And the quality is the same. Wow. Amazing. Okay. So now I'm gonna remove all that. Okay. Let's disable this. Disable this. The game hasn't crashed yet with that out of memory thing because I lowered the CPU again. Remember that part. So you're having issues with the crashing. I'll put the GitHub script there, and I'll do a video about it, so you can control your CPU in a very easy way. Let me see. I think we put it in default. Okay, so I'll be pausing the video just to enable this, because when I enable this ray tracing, it tells me, oh, it doesn't. I thought it would. Give me a second. I thought I needed to reboot the game. Ah, okay, there we go. So let me pause, and then I'll come back again. Okay, we're back with the game, but with ray tracing enabled. So let's go here. Everything is disabled. The two options are there, disabled, and you can see that ray tracing is full, enable, and all that. Okay. Let's do a round just like that. Just like that. You just look at the GPU usage, by the way. So let's reset the FPS values. I mean, I don't know if you can perceive that, but you can see that it's stuttering. I don't know if If when I upload this, you're gonna be able to see that. The usage is, well, it looks like that 575 update driver, Nvidia update fixed the 50%, but still, yeah, it's weird. Look at that thing. It's still, it's not near 100, just around 50 now. Oh, okay. I talked too much. It didn't it didn't fix the issue. It went up a lot compared to before. Okay, so that's ray tracing for some reason limiting the GPU usage to what, 80% or less. Now we're gonna enable upscaling, boop, with the quality, and I'm not doing anything else. And we can see that the GPU is stuck at around 50. Okay, so it's the same. Nothing happened. It's the same thing. You can see the frequency, but for some reason it just fixed around 50%. And you can see that I enable DLSS quality, but because of ray tracing, it's still stuck at the bottom of the pit. It's less than 60. I mean, obviously ray tracing makes it look much beautiful, but there's an issue where it limits the GPU by 50%, basically. Okay. And now we're just gonna enable the DLSS. And let's reset that. Okay, so we can see that with ray tracing, basically, when we have ray tracing enabled, and we just happen to enable any technology, it just stays around 50 because of ray tracing. Here we're seeing upwards of what, 70 something of the GPU usage, but still, because of that limitation, we're not seeing the real FPS potential. Okay. And as I did before, just a quick effect of what would happen if we do this. So we get something around 130, 40. But the GPU usage still less than 70. If you go up here, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a game issue. Something wrong with the game. I'm not using any Steam launcher parameters, by the way, in case there's a specific one that I'm supposed to be using. So we're getting 100 and whatever. And let's just put it in the worst possible case, which is no frame generation, no upscaling. That's full there. I don't know if this one will make it worse. There we go. Worst possible case here. Ray construction. What happens if we do this and we enable that one and no ray frame generation? Let's refresh. Yeah, I can see that stuttering there. Yeah, so less than 50. Yeah, a lot of stutter. So that's it. So you can see that the moment that you enable ray tracing, for some reason the GPU is stuck around 50. Okay, depending on the mix of other technologies that you put there and the usage, it could go up to 70, but there's still between 30 and 50% less power or usage for the GPU when ray tracing is enabled on this specific game, by the way, on this specific game. So we can try Cyberpunk or something else, but just wanted to inform the NVIDIA engineers about this and the public about the out of memory issue. That's actually not related to the GPU, but related to the CPU. And that's about it. So hope you liked the video and hope the video was helpful for everybody. Big hugs and think positive as always. Bye.